Hey, let me tell you a story. He checked into the clinic on a gray Thursday morning. No referral, no ambulance. Just walked in on his own, said he needed clarity. Said he'd been having strange thoughts. The receptionist smiled without moving. Her eyes asked him to fill a form. Every checkbox felt like a trap. He paused on, "Have you ever experienced a break in reality?" Then checked no. She nodded, told him someone would come shortly. But no one came. The waiting room was empty. Not quiet, empty, like it hadn't been used in years. Like the seats had been waiting for him. The hallway that let him in had no sound, no buzz, no hum, just cold air and pale light. The walls looked soft, almost padded, but not in a classic way. They pulsed, faintly, like something lived beneath them. A male nurse walked in, said his name was Marcus, but didn't offer a handshake, didn't ask his, just told him to follow. They passed door after door, all labeled with numbers, no names, no windows, just numbers. At the end of the corridor, a scanner blinked green. The door opened on its own. Inside, his room, minimal, metal bed, sink, mirror, no clock, no outlets. One small button by the door labeled request. Marcus said he'd be in for daily evaluations, morning vitals, mindfulness tests, maybe some dream tracking. Sounded like therapy wrapped in branding. He nodded, said thank you. Marcus smiled, too wide, then left. The door clicked shut, locked. There was no knob on his side. He sat on the bed. The mattress was cold, firm. The ceiling light buzzed, like it knew he was watching. He stared at the mirror. His reflection stared back, but a second slower. He blinked. His reflection didn't. The light above flickered. Once, twice, then steadied. He stood up, touched the wall. It felt soft, not like drywall, not like insulation, like skin, warm, beating, just once. Then still, he pulled his hand back. Sat again, counted to 50. Nothing changed. No sound, no tray, no voice. He pressed the request button. It clicked, turned red. No response. He waited an hour, maybe more. Then the light above him dimmed, like it was breathing. He lay back, closed his eyes. Tried to think of something normal. Couldn't. Not his car, not his apartment, not his mother's voice, only the mirror. Only that second blink behind his own. He woke to the sound of breathing, but not his. Slow, rhythmic, wet. It came from above him, from the ceiling. He opened his eyes. The light was off, but the air was thick. He couldn't see a vent, couldn't see a speaker. But the breathing was there, close, measured, watching. He sat up. The room was exactly the same, to clean, to still. The request button was no longer lit. He pressed it again. Nothing. He tried to speak. Hello. Nothing. Not even an echo. Just breath. Somewhere above him, tracking, he moved to the mirror. Blinked, waited. This time, the reflection did blink. But not the same number of times. Not the same rhythm. It lagged, like it was tired, or distracted. He touched the glass. It rippled. Just once. Then still, he stepped back. Sat on the bed. Waited. A tray appeared. Just there. No sound. No footsteps. No door. Food. Identical to yesterday. Chicken. Rice. Water. Same temperature. Same positioning. Fork only. He picked it up. It bent slightly. To soft. Like plastic that wanted to remember being metal. He ate 3 bites. Then stopped. The food had no taste. Not bad, not bland, no taste at all. Like the memory of food. He stood up, walked to the door, pressed his ear to it, heard nothing, not even the air. He tried to count his heartbeat. Lost track at 12. He stepped back, sat down. The mirror was still watching. Then a knock, but not on the door. Behind the mirror, 3 times, then silence. He called out, asked who it was, asked where he was. No answer. The breathing above him grew heavier, like it didn't like the questions. He lay down, closed his eyes, but the bed was warm now, too warm. Like someone else had just left it. He fell asleep anyway, and dreamed of lights. Red lights, flashing. A hallway that curved in a spiral. People in gowns with no faces, floating just above the floor. Reaching for him with hands that flickered like bad video. He ran, but the hallway looped. Every corner led to the same place. His room, always waiting. He woke up, on the floor. No pillow, no blanket, just cold tile. The bed was made, perfectly. The tray was gone. So was the fork. The request button was glowing again. Green this time. He pressed it. The light dimmed, then turned red. Then off. No response. He stood. Walked to the mirror again. This time, no reflection. Only static, like an old TV between channels. Then a word formed, one word. Burned into the glass. Stay. He blinked. It was gone. He didn't sleep that night. Not really. He lay in the dark, listening, waiting. The ceiling made no noise. The breathing had stopped, but it felt like something else had taken its place. Attention. Like static. Like glass stretching. He pressed the request button again. Still nothing. Not even the red light. It was dead. Like everything else. He walked around the room, counted steps, 12 from bed to wall, 9 to the sink, 7 to the mirror. He did it again. This time the count changed. 13, 10, 8. He stopped, faced the mirror. His reflection was gone again, only static. Only that high whine in his ears. He blinked. A single word appeared, again. Leave. He touched the glass, cold, solid. He backed away, sat on the bed, waited. The lights above dimmed, then brightened, then dimmed again, a soft pulse. Not mechanical, organic, like a heart. He turned to the wall, still no sound, still no movement. But then the room shuddered, just once. Like something had knocked from below. He stood, looked, down. The floor shifted. The tiles weren't flat anymore. They dipped slightly in the center, a soft funnel, leading nowhere. He crouched, touched it. It was soft, like leather, like skin. It moved beneath his hand. He yanked it back. The funnel pulsed, then flattened, gone. He backed to the bed, pulled the blanket tight, waited, counted his breaths, but something was changing. In the light, in the sound. It wasn't that the room was different. It was that he was. Something inside him felt rearranged. Like someone had peeled back a layer. He turned toward the door. The request button blinked red. Just once, then green, then off. He stood. Walked over, pressed it. This time, the wall opened. Not a door. A seam, slowly parting, revealing a corridor he hadn't seen before. Dark, long, no lights, just that hum again, like metal under pressure. He stepped in. The seam closed behind him. No turning back. The floor felt warm. The air smelled like ash. Ahead, faint glows, shapes, screens, dozens of them, each showing a different room, each with a bed, a mirror, a man, and every man was him, but not quite. Some stared. Some screamed, some bled. One looked straight at the camera, at him, and smiled, too long, too wide. He moved toward the screens. Every step echoed too loud, too deep, like the floor was hollow, or listening. The screens flickered, one by one, showing different angles, different versions of him. Some asleep, some shaking. One was laughing, loud, uncontrolled. Another curled up, scratching at his own eyes. The screen nearest him turned black, then lit up with the word, "Remember." He reached out, touched it. The screen cracked, not like glass, like bone. A sound filled the corridor. Low, wet, breathing again. But this time behind him, he turned. Nothing there. The corridor was sealed. No way back. He ran. No footsteps. No direction. Just forward. Then stopped. A door, at the end, unlike the others. Not metal, not labeled, just dark wood. He touched it. It opened on its own. Inside, another room, identical to his first. Same bed, same mirror, same button, but he wasn't alone. On the bedside, another version of him, paler, eyes wide, pupils blown out. It smiled, then spoke. "Welcome back." He froze. The other him stood, walked toward the mirror, looked inside, laughed, said it was all fake, said the dreams were real, said this place was the lie, said none of this started here, said he had been here before, again and again, said there was no outside, only layers, only masks, said he had to remember, had to dig, had to stay. Then he touched the mirror and vanished, like mist, like he had never been. The room dimmed, cold returned, the mirror shimmered, then his reflection came back. Normal, calm to calm. He sat on the bed, looked at the door. It was gone, just wall, like it had always been wall. He blinked, the lights pulsed, the request button glowed, red, then green, then red again. He didn't press it, he stared at the mirror. It stared back. Behind his reflection, shapes moved, people in coats, faces missing. One reached forward, tapped the glass. The sound echoed in his skull. The words came again, not from outside, from inside. You were never outside. You are home, he whispered. No. Whispered again, tried to scream, but his mouth didn't move. His voice stayed behind his teeth. The light overhead buzzed, then died. In the blackness, the mirror stayed bright, showing him, only him. 100 times, 1,000, all versions, all failing, all looping, all staying. The room began to spin, or he did, and when it stopped, he was back on the bed, alone, but not. The walls pulsed again, the breath returned, right above, right behind. He lay back, closed his eyes, knew he wouldn't leave, knew he had never left. If you want to hear more stories that drag you into the shadows and keep you awake, don't forget to subscribe. There are more secrets buried out there, and the darkness is never truly silent. Stay with us, stay alert.